Okay, we're back. It's time to review another comic book. It's the ART. This time we're going to look at Constant Hustle's The Last Line. I've been going through, since I started this channel, a lot of the Kickstarter projects that I backed on a digital level, and I realized I have a crap load of comic books that I've never read. Um, it's crazy. I know. But I think we're all like that. If we go to the store and buy a stack, we might read a couple and like I'll read that later and forget about it. Anyway, back to the comic book. The last lines by Constant Hustle. I've actually been wanting to read this. It's by Lawrence King, and the artist is Biztec Javier. Biztec? Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, splash colors, the colors. Charles Simpson, he helped with the character designs. He's an amazing artist, and honestly, I wish Charles would have drawn this issue. I love his artwork. I really wish he would have drawn the issue, but his character designs are here, so let's get started. Now, my initial thoughts on this story is about a guy named Carson, and something happens. The heroes and villains, a lot of them get killed by this guy named Pyro, including Carson's wife. And he is telling the readers, it starts off explaining that pretty much people got vaporized and his wife's ashes were left on his lips. Like, look at that. I've never seen that in a comic where they reference something like that. Like, yo, my woman just turned to ash and it's just all over my face. Like, that is pretty bleak. So he reveals that now he is what they call a power hunter. He's looking for any relics or anything that will give him power to get revenge. And so he goes on search for this guy. That's Pyro. Get it? Pyro, and he has red hair. I get it. So then we cut to the present after that whole flashback scene. And you see he's protecting his two kids. He got a son and a daughter. Daughter kind of looks like Storm, but whatever. He's like, hey, we need to go get some power. So they travel to some country. They're going through the jungle, and they find this. I guess that's a tree or a cave. It's not clear with the art. So they're still in the jungle, and they get attacked. And while they're getting attacked, some artifact, and that's the thing. I never see the artifact. Let's go back up. Am I missing it? No, it just looks like jungle stuff. Anyway, they get attacked, and at the same time, some artifact activates, and it gives his kids powers. And so their dad's fighting while the kids are getting powered up. So now it looks like they're in a cave, but I don't see. No, I guess that's just the artifact activating, messing with the jungle scene. So Carlson is kicking butt. He's like, yo, kill most of these dudes with my bare hands. I'm that tough. But it's never revealed, despite him saying that he is trying to gain power, if he has any powers or not. His kids get powered up, but it's never revealed if Carlson actually has any powers like superhuman strength or anything. So, long story short, they get into it with these goons, kids get powered up, and here comes a big bad. Where is he at? He's coming. Look for it. There he is. It's kind of like a video game. You fight the little foot soldiers, then you have a mini boss, and that's who this guy is. Nice design. I definitely can see Charles designing this character. I like the detail in him. And he's not meant to be a villain that's, we're gonna see around a lot. So it's like, hey, we just need you to look tough. So apparently the power ups come in the form of some Iron Man type suits where they have different modes. Kind of like an anime, really. So they're transforming, they're fighting. Long story short, the guy goes down hard. And yes, I'm going through these fast on purpose. I don't want to spoil too much, but I like that shot right there. Very anime influence there. But again, reminds me of a video game. It's pretty bloody. Carlson is still like, yo, where's Pyro? I know you know something. But of course, this guy's not going to tell him nothing. Oh, it's just like, oh, he's more powerful than you can imagine. You don't know what you're dealing with. You better back off, son. So Carson's like, fuck it. I'll finish you off. And there's his kids looking cool. I'm not sure what that symbol is on their armor or what that symbol can mean. Hopefully, in the next issue, we'll get more info on exactly what this artifact is or what exactly it did to his kids. Because these suits are identical, so it's kind of like, hey, you just signed up to join something. We'll find out later. Because they kind of look like space uniforms. So hopefully we'll find out later. So that's it for the story. His daughter remarks, oh, you wanted this power for yourself. You're not fooling anyone. And then at the end, there's Pyro, who had red hair at the beginning. So you see this dead guy right there, but he has red hair. Well, the original one guy we saw earlier, he had like an orangish hair. This guy has red hair, and this guy clearly has black hair. So I'm a little confused as if he's switching bodies. I don't know. Because clearly this isn't the same guy who was at the beginning of the issue. And this guy right here, if you just look at the color of his hair and his clothing, he's not the same guy at the beginning of the issue either. So, I don't know. So let's talk about the art. Overall, let's back up a little. Overall, the art is okay. It's not the greatest. It's okay. It's okay. How shall I say? The anatomy needs work. And I say that because when you have a scene like this, how many panels is this on this page? Okay, 6 panels. I'm going to use this page as an example. The artist doesn't know how to scale the characters without sacrificing the anatomy. You see what I mean? Like, that doesn't look like a comfortable position right here. Doesn't at all. And you see a lot of that throughout the book. Even with this fight scene, it's just the artist really doesn't know how to fit all of this into a page because this should have been an awesome shot right here. It really should have. But for lack of detail and having to try to get all these other panels in here, it suffers a bit. So the art isn't the best, but it's not the worst art that I've seen. The artist did what he could with the story. Um, it's just those anatomy issues creep up. And I think if he had less panels to work with, maybe it could have been a little better. Like this scene right here, he knows how to get a dynamic shot in there. But that page right there should have been a splash page by itself, but he had to fit these other scenes in here. Like, if anything, let's go up. Where's this page start? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 panels ending here. If anything, if it was gonna force 7 panels on here, this should have been the last panel. Because it takes away the impact of the story and the structure if you have this and then you have that. That should have been reserved for the next page. Okay. Overall entertainment value. I like the story. The writer Lawrence, he actually took time to let us get inside of the head of Carson, and you know his motivation. He wants revenge for his wife's death, as well as the deaths of all these other people that Pyro has killed. He has a strong relationship with his son and daughter, and that relationship is interesting. I like it. I'm very interested in seeing where the story goes. There was some editorial things that could have been corrected, but with a proper editor, those things could have been avoided, spelling wise, grammar wise. It's a big one on page 18 that I think people will really catch. Entertainment value. Honestly, like this story. The last line is a book that it reads like a video game, and overall, I give it a rating of